Hello friends. So in my previous video I have shown you how to fetch these categories television, mobile and laptop from the backend project using our category DOIMPL by adding a repository annotation. So repository annotation is marking this class and it is fulfilling its role of giving access to the data. So the data is nothing but our category, that is television, mobile and laptop, that we are displaying there. And this repository is being auto wired in our page controller where we request access to that category DO. So here we are not using any new keyword to instantiate. This is done by Spring Framework for us, and we are calling the list method to get the categories list, and we are passing it as a model in fulfilling with an object of categories. So this categories is accessed in our sidebar, that is using C for each, and each categories is referred using an identifier called as category, and we are accessing the property inside the category. Internally this EL expression called the setters and getters. So here the getters is called, so we are only going to use name, which is going to display that name. So here the names are getting displayed. That's how we did all this configuration of connecting your backend project with the front end project and getting this categories. Now here I'll show you how to update the URL so that we can create a dynamic page. So that dynamic page we are going to create is for view products. So when we click this view products, here the products should get filled dynamically. That's what we want. Right now it is showing me 404 error because I have not coded that list products mapping, but I'm going to change it soon, and I'm going to have a dynamic page where we are going to load products based on category. So for that, let's move on, and we are going to apply our first step. That is, first we need to have that URL in the sidebar and the navbar. So I have opened this sidebar and this navbar code. So first of all I'm going to change this list products. Instead of list product I'm going to say show all products. It means I want to display all the products. And in sidebar I have this category variable where I can access the name property. So similarly in href I am going to say first use that context root that we created in our previous video slash show category slash, and I'm going to access that category ID. And say display that products. So it means show category 1 product, show category 2 products, show category number 3 products, like that. So that's how we modified this URL in our sidebar as well as in our navbar. Moving on to step 2, for those two request mapping we just created, we need to have that handler method for the same. So we are going to create that quickly in our page controller. I'm going to take help of this request mapping that we already created, and here I'm going to quickly give a command methods to load all the products and based on category. Let us first paste this thing. I'm going to remove this value. Instead of that I'm going to say this is nothing but slash show all products. Here method name would be show all products using Java naming convention. I'm going to use the same page. The title is going to change to all products. I need to display this category, so I will have that sidebar available. I'm going to include that sidebar also soon, but here instead of user click home I'm going to say user click all products. That's the change that we need to do for our first request mapping to handle our show all products mapping. The next change I have to do in this request mapping would be to show category. This ID would be dynamic, that we have added in our sidebar.jsp, and I've shown you how to access this ID using @path variable. If you have not watched my previous video what is @path variable and @request param, I recommend you to go and watch that thing, and we have our mapping complete using these products. Instead of show all product I'm going to say show that category products, but I need to have an access to this ID, so I'm going to say @path variable here. So path variable is id, and this is nothing but integer id. That is giving me error because it cannot find that import. So I'm going to say Control Shift O. So it has been imported. Now here we are telling okay, add that page, but I want to give the category name here instead of giving all products. So how can I achieve that? So to achieve that, I'm going to use our category DAO to fetch a single category. So to fetch a single category, I can simply create a category variable here equal to null, and then I'm going to say category is equal to category DAO dot get the category by its ID. Now obviously I'm going to get this error for get, but I'm getting this error for category also. I'm going to do Control Shift O. So it will ask me which category you want to add. So we have already created category in our DTO. So I'm going to select this and say finish. But this get, obviously I'm going to get an error because if you see our category DO interface, there is no method that we created for get. Okay, so that becomes our third step, that we are going to add a new DO method in category DO to fetch a single category based on its ID. So we are quickly going to code this thing also. So first, my return type is category because I'm going to return a category get and close it. So this becomes our abstract method, and we need to implement in our category DO IAMPL. If you click here, it will ask you okay, add unimplemented methods, or you can do a shortcut like Control 1. It will open this dialog box, and I am going to click add unimplemented methods. Once I click this add unimplemented methods, it has given me this get method. So I need to get that category, and I'm going to return that category based on its ID. So how can I do that? So here I'm going to simply use a for each, or in Java terms we call it as enhanced for loop. So for each category in categories, so categories is our collection. So for each category in categories, if category dot get ID is equal to the ID that which we have sent. If the category inside our list matches with the ID which we have sent, return that category. Now it will give me an error that I need to return category. So what I can do, I can simply give return null. If there is no category with that particular ID, it will return a null value. That we can handle later, but right now I need to just make sure that I am returning a single category based on its ID comparison. So that completes our third step. Okay, so that error is also gone. We have coded that get method in category DAO. So we'll move on to our fourth step, that we are going to create a view, and the view name would be list products, because we are listing products, all products, or category wise products, it doesn't matter. Okay, and after coding this method, there are few things that I need to change, which I have told you last time. Okay, so as I told you, the title should be the category product name. So already we are fetching that category here, so I'm going to use category dot get name. Okay, so we are passing that category, as well as we are going to pass that category also, passing the single category object. So for that, let me copy this, and instead of this calling list, I am going to say category, and we are going to refer it using category. So we have categories and we have this category. So three objects we are passing, that is title, categories, and category. And instead of writing user click all products, I'm going to say user click category products. So we have to map this object using which we can control which page to load. So user click all products and user click category products. So for loading that view, as I've written in our fourth step, I'm going to create a list products.jsp. So I will open our Eclipse IDE project. Here I will right click on views, go to new file, and I'm going to create list products.jsp. So in this list product.jsp, I'm going to first of all use div with the bootstrap class of container. Inside this container I will have a row that would be divided into two columns. So I'm going to have div class equal to row, and there would be two columns. So first column would be to display sidebar. So I'm going to code a div class equal to call md and say 3. And another would be to display the products. So for that I'm going to say div class equal to call md9. So here the total of 3 and 9 should be 12. So that's how we divide in Bootstrap into two grids. Now to include the sidebar, I just have to write %@include file equal to /shared. I have our sidebar.jsp. So I included our shared sidebar.jsp. So whenever we are going to load this list products.jsp, this sidebar will get included and we will have our categories through our request map handler methods, request mapping that we have added in our page controller. So we have our categories here as well as we have our categories here. So that's the thing that we have coded in our list products.jsp. Now we will add the bootstrap component of breadcrumb. So breadcrumb is something like this. Usually you file in many websites like home, you are in category of mobile. So I want to have this type of capability in my project. So I'm going to add this breadcrumb component right now. So for adding a breadcrumb, I'm going to use this grid of mine. So here also I'm going to add a div class of row again, and I'm going to say div class of call lg12. So I want to use the entire column, and however I'm going to give a command added breadcrumb component. So here to add a breadcrumb component, we are going to use the OL class of breadcrumb. So breadcrumb is a ready-made bootstrap class that we have. So I'm directly using that. So here I'm going to use an li element with an anchor tag. So here we'll say $context root /home, and we can display here home. So it will show home where we can click and again go back to home, and we are going to close this li. Once this li is closed, I'm going to do a copy paste here context root and where it should go. This is important here, because if we click view products, it is going to display all the products. So here here we don't have to do any type of href element here. We just have to say okay, li let the class be active, and we are going to say we are displaying all products. So we can click on home, but we cannot click on all products. It would become active. But we are going to use the same page to display this breadcrumb in our dynamic page. So we need to make sure that if all products is clicked, so this breadcrumb should be displayed. Or else if we are getting the products based on category, so we should display a different breadcrumb. So how can we achieve that? So for that we are already using our CIF. We are going to do a test on. So in my page controller, if you noticed, if user is clicking all products, it should be all products. So I'm going to use this here, and I'm going to say equal to true. And I'm going to close it here. Do a Control Shift F, so everything gets organized. Okay, so this would be displayed only when user click all products. Or what I can do, I am going to use this same here, and I'm going to say if user click category products. Okay, so context would be home, active would be category, and we'll have one more active, so that will display which category is been displayed here. So we already have passed on category. So I'm going to fetch the name of that category. So from where this category is coming? This category is coming from your page controller. So if you see, if user click category products, that's what we have added in our breadcrumb. User click category products. So if you see in your page controller, we are also passing this category where we have fetched a category, and that category is being passed on here. So from this category we are fetching the name and we are displaying it here. So this is how you're going to add your breadcrumb component. Now we need to modify our page.jsp to load the view based on user click. Okay, so that's what we are going to do next. We are going to open our page.jsp, which is our master page. Okay, so we have opened this master page and we have this load only when user click contact and all those things. I'm going to copy it. So I'm going to say here, load the same page or include this file called as list of products.jsp when user click all products or when user clicks category products. So for both the model object, that is user click all products, user click category product, display this list or include this list products.jsp. So this is how you are going to modify your page.jsp to include this file list products only when user click all products or user click category products. So this much change we have done in our page.jsp. So right now let us test everything by restarting our server. Whatever we have done till now, let's restart this server and we'll check whether that page is getting loaded dynamically or not. Let us open our console to see for errors. So let us quickly refresh. Check whether mapping has been done properly. There are no errors in our console. So yes, our page is getting loaded. Okay, and I'm going to see view products here. If I click on view products, you can see what is the mapping we are getting here. Show all products, and here also the breadcrumb is showing as home and all products. Now let me click on this television link and see what happens here. So as you can see, if I'm clicking television link, it is showing me show category 1 product. So our category 1 is nothing but television, which has been displayed here, category slash television. So we have successfully implemented this breadcrumb, as well as we are able to show this category based product. But still we have some issues here, like this has not been activated, and even we also don't know which menu is activated here in our sidebar. So if I click on laptop, I am able to display the same page, but this breadcrumb is getting changed dynamically, and here it is showing as show category 3 products. So now we need to know how to activate the menu of view products, and we can rearrange the menu as per your requirement. Let us first rearrange it. I will put this about contact before, and we'll put view products here. I'm going to quickly open our navbar.jsp. Okay, and let us copy this thing and paste it afterwards. You need to ensure which is the ID you have given for list of products. So the list of products here in our li we are going to use in our jQuery file. So that jQuery file is myapp.js that we have coded before. I'm going to open it. So once this get open, I'm going to add another case, and this time it would be all products. Okay, and I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say the li id is list products, add the class of active and break. Now for home, usually we don't have any home related because we are already showing online shopping here, so we are not activating this menu, but I would like to activate it menu for our rest of the categories that we are going to access. So I can do a little modification here. Instead of home, I am going to say okay, for default, if it is not able to find anything, let's put list of products as add class of active and break it. Okay, so after changing this, let me refresh it. So by adding it default, it is showing me view products, but I still have some problem here. I need to activate this thing. Okay, now I need to activate the menu of category as well, as I told. So I'm going to use a strategy here inside our anchor tag in our sidebar.jsp. This anchor tag should get active. So I want to add a class of active. So how can I achieve that? So for that, I'm going to use a strategy. I'm going to assign an ID equal to, since this is an anchor tag, I'm going to give it say a underscore, and I'm going to use that category name that we are inside. So category dot name. So a underscore category dot name. Okay, and this category name we are passing in our page controller. Okay, here category dot get name as the title. That's what we have used in our previous video for our myapp.js. So here also I'm going to say dollar hash a underscore, and I want to get that category name. That category name is inside your menu because we are passing it as a title, and that title we are storing inside our menu itself. I'm going to say plus that menu dot add class of active. So this is a change which I've done. So let me test it now. So we are inside this laptop category. Let me refresh, and you can see the laptop category is highlighted. Now if I click on television, it is highlighted, and even our view products is highlighted. So the user won't get confused where he is actually. So after doing this much of coding, the last thing we'll do, we are going to commit all the changes that we have done till now. So I'm going to quickly open our Git, right click on it, and we'll do a commit. Open our staging view, do a Control A. Successfully updated the UI and linked with backend project. Commit and push. It will ask for your credential. Since I have lost my internet connectivity, I am not able to push it, but I will do it in the later video. And in my next video, I am going to start integrating our database along with Hibernate. So stay tuned. Till then, thank you.